I'm Grant.
This guy's always around me.
And I'm Grant.
You know, how are you, Grant?
Hey, I'm good.
You're good, eh?
Really good because it's Wednesday.
Yep.
Tomorrow's Baby Friday.
Yeah. Baby Friday?
Baby Friday, man. Doesn't get better than that.
Oh, I see. Baby Friday. And
yeah.
I just want the 6 people who are watching now. Grant.
Yeah.
Weren't you supposed to come on half an hour later?
I thought you said 6:30.
Love to have you here, Grant. I love to have you here. It doesn't matter what's in between the gray matter or what's in, it's cool. I love you. And you know what? Actually, I'm doing this because I want to get more subscribers, man. You know what I mean? And I thought having Grant's face here would help me a little bit because I mean, the players, he owns half of Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, I can sign off for 30 minutes. I thought you said 6:30.
And then I'm going to look like a jerk.
Well, I don't want to hog your bandwidth.
So you know what? Since you're there, ask me a question. What do you want to know about me, Grant?
So I've really been interested in where you have acquired all of this headgear, the medieval helmets and the Roman helmet, and what did you do? Knock off a museum or something? I mean, they look pretty nice.
Well, they are, and they're actually not even that expensive. And what happened is that, see, I'm 56, so I'm going through midlife crisis, right? So I figured chasing around young women, it's too expensive, and I'm not in good shape. And buying cars, I don't have the money. So I figured I'd do helmets, man.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but where do you actually get them?
Believe it or not, on Amazon. Go on Amazon.
Okay.
It's insane. Yeah.
Wow, you're even doing some grooming there.
Well, I just took a shower, man, and it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, I'm impressed.
You know what? I'm really happy. This is an impromptu type thing, and thanks again for coming on, Grant.
Yeah, no problem.
Gilbert, thanks for being on, and Downriver Rick. Why Downriver Rick? Rick, or whatever. There's Nathaniel Robinson.
The Don River is on the Eastern Front.
No, downriver.
Oh, I thought it was Don River. I can't see the names.
Oh, how do I do that?
I can see Gilbert. I can see Gilbert there, but I can't see the other people.
Okay, like this, right? So you don't see what I have?
No, for some reason.
Gilbert, so do I. I have a beer in hand myself. It's an easygoing day. It's easygoing, okay, people?
Relax. Although, Dan, it is bad to drink an internet, whatever you call this. Internet drive, yeah.
I couldn't pass up this beer. This is un Stella Artois. Un Stella Artois, and it started in 1366.
That's a very established product right there.
These priests, man, they laid down the foundation.
They knew what they were doing, huh?
Okay, so we got Tom D saying this.
Hey, Tom.
We got Tom D saying this. We got Hethwill saying that. And okay, so you know what? I was taking a shower, Grant.
And I'm glad you showered. Is this a regular occurrence or?
Yeah, and I'm always thinking about you. So don't worry about it. It's clean. And I was looking at my Stuka Joe T-shirt and my Centurions Review T-shirt, and Greg Smith sent me a few like Compass of His Games T-shirt, and I said, well, let me look for the Players Aid T-shirt, and I'm looking, and then it dawned on me, I don't have one.
Wow.
What do I do? Who do I have to beat up to get one?
I don't know. I'll have to discuss it with Alexander. I'll have to talk about that with him.
Oh my
Maybe we've been trying to keep one away from you. Maybe we don't want that kind of, They always say any publicity is good publicity. Maybe we don't want your kind of publicity.
Hey, I don't know what to say. Hey, OG, how are you, man? Thanks for joining in. We're just having a beer. Grant is having nothing. And
hey, I've got a diet Mountain Dew here.
God, there's so much sugar. Oh, it's diet.
It's diet. No calories. 0.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Someone asked me a question here. It's about me, man. Ask me a question. Look at that. They all want to ask you a bloody question.
Oh man, I'm going to be honest. I know that we are a team. Alexander and I are friends, blog mates. We play games together. Man, I can't deal with that guy's fashion. It's horrible.
You know what? It's getting attention, man.
Oh, it's well, and he just went to England over the past couple of weeks for his father's funeral. And my guess is he visited whatever places of ill repute over there that sell odd clothing. I'm sure he's got really weird stuff that he's going to bring back.
Well,
so it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. I'm wearing this is from I don't even know, like Old Navy or something. It was like $8.
Yeah, that's right.
This is me.
Yeah, I'm the same. Okay,
but I will never steal one of Alexander's shirts from his closet. I wouldn't be caught dead in one of those things.
Okay. Enough about you. Let the show start. There's some questions about me here, Grant.
I'm so sorry.
Hell, look, here you go. Here, Grant. Grant will be up all night. Okay, Von Deacon. Well, here's a question. Dan, do you cook, prepare meals? And if so, what is your favorite meal to make? Well, Von Deacon, to say that I have a favorite meal would be belittling all my other favorite meals. So today we had, and I even had asked Grant what he had for supper because I'm curious what people eat. And Grant, you had some chili tacos, eh?
No, we had green sauce chicken enchiladas with pepper jack cheese. One of my specialties. Man, they're so good.
Well, hopefully we can get to see each other and we can do that risotto thing and whatever. But
I was promised risotto like a year ago.
Yeah, but you guys stuck around for 3 days. You're in and out. So anyways, enough about you. It's about me.
Yeah, so sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. So Von Deacon, today I prepared a chicken of the woods. It's a mushroom, and they call it chicken of the woods because it actually has the same texture as a chicken breast when you fry it. And if you get a good chicken of the woods in prime time, you'll have a hard time telling if this is chicken or if it's mushroom. Trust me, you will. And also, because I deep fried, we had some shrimp, and it was an easy meal. I know I had the show to go on at 6:30, so I always get anxious. And we had some shrimp and a beet salad. Very simple. But one of my favorite meals is pizza. I'm a pizza guy. And here's another question. I'm glad you're not talking, Grant. I like that.
Well, I had a funny comment, but I gave up. Sorry. I'll quit.
Okay. How do we get a No Enemies Here t-shirt? I don't know. I'm going to have to ask what the players do to get that, how much it costs, this and this, because I don't know. I have no idea. Yes?
Can I speak?
Go ahead.
You go to Teespring, Dan. You need to talk to Teespring. You provide them the graphics. They'll put it up. They'll host it for you.
And this is an American company?
I'm not sure. It probably is. That's a good point.
Oh,
Being
so
in Canada, I'm not sure.
You don't have any stock?
No, we don't. No.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep, we just give them the graphics, and we picked like 8 or 10 different shirts. They put them up. People ordered them. They ship them, and it's really easy.
Oh.
Really easy.
Okay, well, talk to me about that. I'm gonna have to remake my logo, this and that, because I'd like to have some T-shirts.
Yeah.
A couple of people have been asking, and it's great. Well, what an ego boost when someone wants your T-shirt. Okay. Once I'm getting your music. Well, I was doing something with Lock and Load Publishing, which is still happening. But David had some issues. So we put that on hold because there's a lot of things to check out when it's music. Even though it's your own music, as soon as you put music out there, it's flagged. They have to check you out, this and this and that. So, I mean, if you want some of my music, man, just email me and I'll send you a couple of pieces. That's it. That's how easy it is. You know? Question. What's this? That Dan, when and how did this name thing start? I don't know. It's him. It's him. It's like when I asked the Players Aid, I said, hey, guys, you can advertise your channel, making my load work a little less because they're going to advertise their channel. And Grant said, oh, for sure, man. For sure. That was 3 years ago. Anyway, so Artie just, I guess he had some time. And he started with the name thing. It happened. So I said, you know what? Keep it going. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, it's a lot of fun here. So what do we have here? And the reason again why I'm doing this is subscribers. Guys, please subscribe to my channel. I'm not even asking you to be a patron, this and that. I just want subscriptions. I'm at 1,987. And these guys, the Players Aid, they're like at 75,000. They own half of Facebook and they own half of Twitter. I just want my cut, man. That's all.
Hey, we subscribe to you. I can unsubscribe and keep subscribing.
No.
It's not going to change your numbers, but I can keep doing it.
And you know, it's fun having a YouTube channel because I can be a ham, and you know, like I can be famous in my own head. And because I was a musician, I learned how to take compliments. It's hard to take compliments, and also it's easy to take criticism. That's the thing. So as soon as you see 27 thumbs up and 1 thumb down, what do I do? Yeah. I don't even know this guy's sister. You know what I'm saying?
There's always somebody. Always somebody. I don't care what it is.
Person is. I know who that person is. Anyways. Okay, Hethwill. What was my first live concert? Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush. The opening act was Eddie Money. Baby, hold on to me. That was it, man.
What year was that, Dan?
Oh, man. I think I must have been 13. I'm 56 now. I'm very bad at math. So a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was an outdoor concert. And it was my first concert. I mean, I'm not a big blues guitar guy, but look, it was my first concert. What do you want me to tell you? All right. Von Deacon, where are you? What's my favorite time of year, season? Spring, fall, man, mushrooms. And come on, get deep with some of these questions. What are you going to ask me next? Who cut my hair? What's Nuri asks, actually, Grant, what's your favorite movie about any war?
Oh, A Bridge Too Far. There's no question
Seriously?
in my mind. Absolutely. I've watched that movie dozens of times, and I'll still sit down and watch it. It's like a 3.5 hour movie, but it's awesome. It also has every major actor you can ever imagine. Sean Connery, Robert Redford. You know, I mean, everybody appeared in that. So A Bridge Too Far is my favorite, no doubt.
Over Patton.
Well, I love Patton too, but yeah, A Bridge Too Far. For me, it's the Airborne. I like Airborne. I've always liked Operation Market Garden, and I just something that's always clicked with me. So that movie about, you know, A Bridge Too Far, Operation Market Garden doesn't get any better than that for me.
And it's funny. It's a movie about a failure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. A colossal failure, really.
Yeah. Anyway.
The other movie I really love is Tora, 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 because I watched that with my dad whenever in the 70s. I was probably 7 or 8 in the late 70s, and I remember watching that with him. I don't remember if it was on TV but that's a movie. And I own it. I own it on Blu-ray, have for several years. So,
and
anyway, enough about me. It's about you, Dan. What's your favorite movie?
But anata wa nihongo hanashimasu kai. Hai?
Boku mo nihongo ga hanaseru desu yo. Heta desu kedo.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, Alexander and I have the Axis powers covered. With you included, we are the triumvirate.
Yeah, but what's Alexander doing there? What's that like? He's English.
I know. I don't know. He speaks German because he went there.
Okay, so what's my favorite movie about war? You wouldn't believe it. When there used to be Blockbuster around, our Blockbuster there was an artsy fartsy film guy in our Blockbuster. Okay, so you had a lot of Japanese movies. That's why I meant the Japanese and all that. Zatoichi, a lot of Kobayashi movies, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see this Korean movie, if I'm not mistaken, and it was called Taegukgi. And I thought Taegukgi, whatever that means. And subtitles don't bother me. And this was about two brothers, and I guess North and South Korea. I forgot. It's been a long time. But brutal, and it always stuck with me. It's like, oh man. Same thing with and it's not my favorite. Also, it's When We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson. That's a good movie, man. You know. Anyways.
Oh yeah.
But Patton is way up there for me.
Yeah, Patton's pretty good.
Yeah.
I often quote and I don't quote it, but when he says to the guy, "I was here," you remember that part where he says, "I was here." You know, Patton believed in reincarnation, and he had believed he was a soldier for many lifetimes, and he was like, "I was here in Italy," and you know, that's always such a great. He was a very interesting character.
Oh, I loved it, and I mean, with George, what's his name?
I'm drawing a blank.
Oh my God,
George C. Scott.
Awesome.
Yeah,
anyway.
He's amazing.
Okay.
One of my favorite quotes of Patton's is, "If everybody's thinking alike, somebody ain't thinking." I like that. I've used that in management throughout my years.
But yeah, and there's another quote where Patton was a very religious man, okay?
Yep.
But he had a foul mouth. And those two things, I mean, you could believe and you could be like, whatever. And anyways, I remember the priest coming over and seeing the Bible on his bedside table, and he said, "I see you read the Bible. You read the Bible every day, Mr. Patton, or whatever, George." And he said, "Every goddamn day."
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Enough about you, Grant. Okay, Nathaniel. Oh, hey, Grant, could you read this for me?
That's French, so I'm not sure that I can really.
It's okay. I'll help you out. So Nathaniel says, and Nathaniel, we do this French thing.
Got it.
Dan, qu'est-ce qu'on doit boire quand on joue un jeu de guerre? What do we have to drink when we play a war game? Well, I don't know.
I saw you drink scotch with Mark Herman.
Yeah, that was deadly, man. And you know, you're happy to see Mark Herman, and it's like,
yeah.
Mark Herman, you know, it's Uncle Mark. And here, have a drink, Uncle Mark. And we drank half a liter, and I regretted it the next day.
Yeah, you looked pretty rough the next day. Man. I remember seeing you, and I was like, yeah, he was wasted.
I'll never do that again. Yeah. I remember trying to interview the guy who's doing. He did Storm. He plays in the Beatles band. He does John Lennon. He looks like John Lennon. He was supposed to sign up with Lock and Load Publishing.
I don't know if I met him. Europa
Storm, I don't know. And I remember David saying, "Okay, he's available now." And I remember going downstairs after that night, and I said to the guy, "Look, is this your only prototype you have?" He says, "Yeah." Well, I'm not going to interview now because I think I'm going to be sick all over your mouth. So we'll pick it up in a couple of hours, hey?
Yeah.
Anyways, so Nathaniel, dans le fond, une bière, peut-être un scotch à côté, stuff like that, you know, beer, maybe a scotch, or sometimes, man, I just want a tea, you know. What can I say? All right. Von Deacon, what's the matter with you? If I could live anywhere in the world, where would you? You know what? Do you love where you live, Grant?
I do. And mainly because I'm near family and friends, and I'm comfortable here.
Like I'm talking about the state or the city that you're in.
Yeah,
the
I
smells.
do. Yeah, I'm a Hoosier, so Indianapolis, Indiana is about as Hoosier as it gets.
Okay, well,
I'm happy to be here.
It's funny, eh? I wouldn't mind being wealthy enough to have a house in Greece, a house in Tuscany,
Sure.
a house in Sicily, uh, you know. But I like the smell of Quebec. I like the conifers. I like. I mean, when it gets warm here, it gets deadly warm. Oh my God! And when it gets cold here, it gets deadly cold. Oh my God! You wouldn't believe it if. I don't know how many people are listening now that are from Quebec, but I always tell somebody, do you know how cold it gets in Quebec when I talk to like Americans and all that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
South Americans. I mean, South than the States. And they say, no, how cold can it get, you know? And I say, sometimes it goes to -40 here. So you get all dressed up, and obviously you get all dressed up. You're ready for this weather. And as soon as you open the door and you take your first breath, all the mucus in your nose instantly freezes. And it's like, you got to blink because you're out. That's how cold it gets. But I don't know. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, serious question. Did you have a falling out with Rob? Have not seen you on the co-host with him lately. No, not really. We just had different ways of doing things. And I mean, it was Rob's show. And I can't give him too much, like put in too much of myself in there because it's gonna piss off Rob. It's his show. So, you know, we decided to not do it, and basically that was it, man. Okay, here's a question for Grant.
I look like Benjamin Harrison. Does anyone know who Benjamin Harrison is?
I think so.
By the way, Patrick, I am so looking forward to your new game. Can't wait to rip it apart and give it a terribly negative review.
Oh yeah.
He told me the other day we're too nice.
No, you know what it is? It's like, first of all, Grant, you know what it takes for someone to make a game. Okay.
Oh yeah, they put their blood, sweat, tears.
It doesn't take 1 year to make a game. Some games take 10 years. Yeah. So to trash a game, like to seriously trash it, I think is wrong because look, I might like a certain type of soup, you might like another type of soup, and it's just you state your opinion. Well, the mechanics are good. Like the way you guys do it is great, man. It's great. You know, even Marco Omnigamer, who's now known as, he took a lot of flack for being positive. There's nothing wrong with being positive. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being you could be positive and state your opinion. What's wrong with that? You don't gotta trash it.
It was funny. I bet it was about 6 or 8 months ago. We had posted something. I think it was on Board Game Geek, one of our videos, and someone got on there and they were like, "Let me guess, they loved it," you know. And before even watching the video, and I always tell people there are games that we don't shoot reviews for.
Yeah.
Because if we played it and we didn't like it, or we played it 2 or 3 times and still didn't like it, I'm not gonna rip somebody apart. So a lot of times, if you don't see a video, that kind of speaks volumes about what we thought of the game, and I'm just not gonna trash other people.
And not only you, people who do not do, and there's a lot of YouTube people, reviewers who I've spoken to who do exactly that. Like, and they even say, look, man, I'll return it to the company. I can't make a review about this. It just doesn't work for me. Yeah. You know, I don't have anything good to say about this game. And not that it's a bad game.
No.
I don't have anything good to say about this game. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes games are they're kind of unfinished. I always feel like there's something missing, or they didn't work a certain mechanic or a process sufficiently, and it shows through to me when we play them. But yeah, I'm not going to rip them apart.
No, and I don't review games because, first of all, I'd have to read all those rule books. And if there's anything that bores me, man, is to read, not rule books, but to read. I'm ADD, so
Yeah.
there's a squirrel. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah,
already
right.
forgot where I was. My eyeballs can't follow. Whatever. All right.
You're Canadian. I mean, you're Canadian, Dan.
Like, what does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know. I just thought I would want to say it.
My favorite Scotch or whiskey? Yes. A Bridge Too Far is a great film, but he always loved the old Midway movie with Fonda. Yes.
Yep. I have Midway, and I've watched that one also dozens of times.
I have Midway. And I don't know why this popped into my head, but the Japanese actor Toshiro Mifune and oh my God, I forget who the American actor is. And it's only those two that find themselves on a deserted Pacific island. And he's an American soldier, and Toshiro Mifune obviously is a Japanese soldier. I forget what that's called. I have George Papard in my head, but anyways.
Huh.
Okay, oh, here you go. You know what? I want to see if you've seen this. Hey, pay attention.
Oh, sorry, I got a text. I had to silence the phone.
Text. Grant.
Yeah, I actually saw the new Midway movie a couple of months ago over quarantine on, I think it was on HBO. You know what? I went into it with I think an appropriate level of cautiousness. I thought it was interesting. It wasn't great, no, but it was watchable. And I think I watched it with my wife as well, and she even enjoyed it and learned some things. So, yeah, I watched it. I'll watch it again.
Is it too bombastic? Is it too American blockbuster?
Yeah, I call it Hollywood. You know, it's kind of Hollywoodized, and I'll be honest, with naval movies, they can never get ships right. They look odd. So there's some of that element, but I'll be honest, some of the fighting scenes with the planes, the dive bombing, phenomenal, really cool.
Was it better than Tora Tora Tora?
Oh, Tora 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 is a classic.
No, in terms of like when you see the Japanese plane.
Yeah, they really did some great scenes with.
They did?
Yeah, a lot of it was CG, so it wasn't all real, but man, some of those parts were really nice. Really, really well done.
Did you ever see the movie The Big Red One?
Oh yeah, I have the Big Red One as well. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's very, very powerful at the end when Luke Skywalker, what's his name? Mark Hamill, they go into the concentration camp and he, finds out what's going on.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah.
And wasn't there a German hiding in one of the incinerators?
Yep. In one of the chimney incinerator, and he unloaded his M1 Garand on him. Yep. And just kept doing it until their commander came over and stopped him. So,
I don't know. I'm older than you, Grant. Okay, so give me some respect. And we came here because of the war, and it always stuck with me because a lot of the old soldiers that we knew, like my grandfather and all that, never spoke about it.
Yeah.
They just nothing, man. And it's like what they must have seen, we can't even begin to understand. Like we can see all the movies you want, all the documentaries you want, but till you hear that big bang and you're kind of shell shocked. And this is a happy show, Grant. I don't know why you're doing this to me.
Well, I apologize. I did not mean to bring it down.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, Von Deacon. If you could spend an entire day with any famous individual, alive, deceased, who would that be? I'd want to say J.S. Bach, but I don't think I'm smart enough to understand what he's going to tell me. So that would be a waste of time. I'd be like, what? First of all, he speaks German and I don't.
Yeah.
Who? I don't know, man. Joni Mitchell? I'm into Joni Mitchell. I lived vicariously through her. I mean, I know she's a woman, but her lyrics, I mean, the woman's a poet, so yeah. And Grant, you, alive or dead?
For me, it would be George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. I'd love to have lunch with them.
And what the hell would you have to talk to them about?
I mean, how they got through what they got through, how they did what they did.
So what would be the first question to George Washington?
Are your teeth wooden?
Oh, for God's sakes.
Are they really wooden?
Oh my God! But yeah, that's an interesting time. Yeah, I understand. Can I push you further away from Americans? Who would you like to see? Remember, you have a German name. You got a bit of Krautness in you.
I'd like to talk to Aristotle. I think that'd be pretty fun.
Oh my God! You and Alexander the Great.
Alexander the Great would also be on that list.
Yeah.
Napoleon would be on that list.
No, that's something. But I mean, these people they're beyond genius. These are not, they're not people. I think they're aliens of some sort, because how can you be that foretelling of what that general is going to do? Or do you know Alexander, when he stopped being a general, how old he was when he stopped fighting?
I think he die at like 32 or something. He was terribly young.
He was like 25 years old.
Yeah, I mean, he was very young.
He conquered the world.
Yeah.
Grant, what did you do when you were 22?
Man, I just learned how to walk and chew gum at the same time, frankly.
22. Oh yeah. My God. Okay. So yeah. Okay, Gilbert, what's this? Gilbert, hold on. Oh, the movie that we were talking about was Lee Marvin and Toshiro Mifune, and it was called Hell in the Pacific.
What's it called?
Hell in the Pacific.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that one. Yep, I know what you're talking about now. Lee Marvin's a good actor. I like Lee Marvin. He's good. He was in the Dirty. Wasn't he in the Dirty Dozen? And I mean, all those. He was just so good.
I mean, did you see him with Marlon Brando in a black and white movie called The Wild One?
Yep, I think I've seen that one before. Yep.
No, I love these guys. All these old actors, they bring something, you know. There's a swagger to them that, I don't know. God, I feel like an old man. I'm talking about those old actors are so great. Not like today. I sound like my mother and my father, man.
Yeah, right. Well, you end up becoming like your mom and dad, whether you want to or not.
Yeah, I'm more my mom, let me tell you. So did Mark Herman drink me under the table?
He didn't look very affected, Dan.
I can't. I cannot. How do you say that? What happens at WBC stays at WBC. So Gilbert, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, here's another one. Dans quel Canadien fait le meilleur jeu? Brian Train or Carl Paradis? Oh, Nathaniel. Which Canadian makes the best games? We got to forget that word best. Which Canadian makes the better games? Brian Train, who's in Vancouver, that's 3,000 miles away from me, or Carl Paradis, who's in Quebec right now, which is 3 hours away from me. So, Grant, I'm going to plead the fifth on this one. Go ahead.
Well, I love Brian Train. If you know anything about our blog, we've covered most of the games he's written. I also love Carl Paradis. His games are amazing. No Retreat series is just phenomenal. I don't know that I can say which is better. They're different.
Completely.
Brian deals more in counterinsurgency and kind of odd battles, whereas Carl is kind of your, big guns, World War I, World War II. He's working on a World War I series right now. I love both of them, frankly. I've interviewed both of them. They're both phenomenal designers, and they both know how to make a game. That's
sincere. And have you ever met them in person, either or?
I have not.
Okay.
Brian, we were supposed to meet a couple of years ago, but we didn't make it out to Consim World. We weren't able to make it out there. But yeah, Carl, I've never met Carl, but we've done several interviews. So,
Carl, because I live sincerely an hour away from him.
Right.
I had the chance to meet him, and we became friends, and he's a super nice guy, super intelligent. I mean, most game designers are, sincerely. But Carl, my God, I think he's an IT engineer.
I think he is, yep.
Oh man, and he knows everything about everything. And the thing is, he's very opinionated, being français. If you're français, look at Fred Serval. Fred Serval will listen to you, and then you will say, "Well, I disagree." Anyways,
yeah, he's a smart guy. He's a smart lad too.
Oh yeah. And they're all young and come on.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I want to ask this guy a question. War D-Robe. Is that how Todd, is that how you say your name now? Because you changed it from itinerant hobbyist to War D-Robe. Because I call you the Hugh Hefner of war games because of your robe. And why the name change? And I don't know what's going on. And what did you think I was Australian or Brian Train? Okay, here it goes. Look at that. Spankal died.
There's some witty people out there. I love it.
Oh, well, look at that. You guys are awesome. Very okay. Who's first awesome? It's like, were you thinking of me awesome first or Grant? Because if it's Grant, I'm gonna. What do you say?
It's Dan Pancaldi.
Okay. Here we go.
What is the first war game? When I look at Dan, let me think about that. Weeble wobbles wobble, but they never fall down is what I think of.
Did someone tell you that?
No, but that's exactly what I think of when I look at you. Not a war game, but Weeble wobbles wobble, but they never fall down.
It says a war game. Can you answer the question correctly, please?
I think of West Front Ace because of your mercy rule.
Is the game's not out yet?
No, it's not out yet, but he definitely included that in the rules. Yeah.
No, but
I can't remember what he called it. It's not mercy rule, but
gallantry
or something like that. So that's what comes to mind when I think of Dan Pancaldi.
Oh, Grant! You know, thank God it's COVID or I'd kiss you. What Grant is saying is that when I went to WBC the first time, which was a blast. WBC is a blast. The first guy I meet was Gregory M. Smith. And it's like, hey, whatever. And he grabs me and says, come on, I'm going to show. I mean, I still have my bags. Come on, I'm going to show you how to play a game. Were you going to say no? Anyways, super nice. So have fun with him. We play the game, and he says, okay, Dan, it's funny that you beat the guy real bad. He's got no engines left, and he's just gliding. So I said, well, it's World War I. Weren't they gallant back then? And like, you beat the guy already. What are you going to decimate him, you know? And he was like, oh, that's good. He starts thinking it out. I'm like, oh, what? So that was my introduction to WBC, which is real cool. Okay, so then what's my first war game that pops in when you look at Grant? Fire in the Lake, but the Saigon expansion. And I was Mark Herman's. Grant and Alexander were opponents of myself and Mark Herman. And Mark Herman is a smart guy. He looks at me and he knows right away I'm a dummy. I don't know anything, right? So that's why he took me. And I appreciate that so much because Mark Herman can talk to anybody at any level. And it's there's no belittling, there's no nothing. It's just what a beautiful man. Anyways, we drank another half bottle of scotch. And I didn't know what the hey was going on. And if you look at the video, I'm pretty toasted. If you look at the video where we're doing that, I don't know, Grant asks me a question. How dare he? He says, so, Dan, what did you think of this expansion or something? And I said, what? This is the expansion? And you said we played for like 5 hours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we played Fall of Saigon, the expansion for Fire in the Lake, for about 5 hours. I'm going to be honest, we could have played it in 3 if you would have not been drinking scotch.
Hey, Mark was drinking too.
Yeah, but it wasn't affecting Mark. Mark was still making good decisions.
I know, and sometimes he would say, okay, Dan, so what would you do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, ultimately, my NVA destroyed Saigon and won the game. So
But we had you good at one point, man.
Yep, you did. You
We
did.
had you just came back and you just shellacked us. It's like
Yeah.
you even surprised Mark. You were like, "What the hey?" All the tanks are like, "It's over.
Yeah.
It's over."
I did the spearhead action and like brought 7 or 8 tanks. It was amazing.
It was, yeah. Actually, I knew a little bit of what was going on. You kind of surprised me when that happened. It's like, oh, and Mark had a card, some bombardment card or something that he was going to use, and you totally, it's over.
Yep.
And I thought, shit.
Those were good times, though. That was a good question.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it brings up a lot of. Here you go, Weebles.
You know, when I was a kid in the 70s, we had Weeble Wobbles. Weeble Wobbles, big wheels, magnetic football, you know, where you turned it on and it vibrated the football.
Yeah, I know that.
You would play it for an hour and you'd never get anywhere. And then I had my World War II green American GIs and my gray Germans, little figures, and man, we would fight all day long. And yeah, good times. Weeble Wobbles, brother.
Yeah, well, whatever. Hey, Gilbert. Gilbert asks you a question. Grant, you should say "Wings of Glory" World War I dirigible. What is he talking about? Me?
I don't know.
Yeah, he probably is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ignoring that, Gilbert. You know, Gilbert's one of those guys that sent me. Oh my God, I'm gonna screw it up. It's an arrowhead made out of some sort of flint stone. I don't know what it is, but and it's sharp as hell. I mean, you can almost shave with it. It's unbelievable. And I mean, that's what Gilbert does. He teaches at Gilbert. I'm sorry, I forgot. You teach at a university. You teach anthropology, and
cool.
and the guy's an astronaut, and he speaks 18 different languages. He's one of those guys. Bloody hell!
Way
All right,
beyond my capabilities.
Okay. You know what, Dan? You do a lot of live shows which are hard to make. Really? Have you thought about doing a podcast? Why would you think it's hard to make, Nuri?
There's very little editing. You kind of it's just like the game's on and you talk.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, if you're being yourself,
yeah,
no, Nuri, I would say this is probably the easy part. What's difficult is preparing a show like I do every week, and I'm not trying to say it's difficult. There's a lot of editing involved, man, which takes a lot of time, and the power goes off, and you just lost everything.
And what happens when you get a notification of new videos being posted on the Players Aid Friday at like 2:00?
No,
I don't know if you know this, but we plan to post stuff like around noon on Friday.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
And I've noticed you don't put our stuff on very much anymore.
What are you talking about? Why do people say that?
I have been wondering if you have, been offended or something.
It's funny.
Dan, we used to be so close. So close.
It's funny. You're not the first one to say that. Now there's so many people doing so much stuff. And it's like, okay, like I know when ID Jester was doing a lot of his baseball stuff. Well, I'll put ID Jester once saying, well, he's doing baseball stuff. But then if he continues doing baseball stuff, it's out of context.
Sure, yeah.
So I'll just put it aside, and I know he's going to come back. And
I'm just joking. We're on there every week, so we feel lucky. We also do like 3 or 4 videos a week, so it's pretty ridiculous.
So how is Alexander doing now, by the way?
Well, he's on his way back home today. What time is it? Like 7? He may be landing. His plane might be landing soon, and he's getting back to normal. So his father passed away 2.5 weeks ago, and they just had the funeral last week. And
was he very, very close with his dad?
Oh, yeah. And his dad was fairly young. His dad was, I want to say, 63. It was just kind of a freak heart attack. Nothing no bad reports, no health problems, no issues, and he just passed away. So kind of odd.
Yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow.
But he seems to be doing okay. So I haven't talked to him I've been texting him, but not really talking to him. We haven't played for about 3 weeks, and so we haven't seen each other a whole lot.
Yeah. Tom D, yes, it stinks. You know what? That's life. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
I actually used to work in a psychiatric day center for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't work there anymore. It's been a couple of months. So I remember my boss, he was a psychologist, and he said, Dan, and I just made a video on that today, just like that, because I make videos, put them up like stupid videos. And
no, what?
He says, Dan, when you're feeling fine and everything's good, stop. Something's wrong. And it stuck with me, and it's like,
oh my.
It's true. All you have to do is turn on the TV for the news, and it's like, what the hell am I so happy about? Anyway. Tom D. Guys, please subscribe. Please subscribe. That's why I have Grant. He's prettier than I am. People can look at him. Just go subscribe. Give me some subscriptions. God.
How many subscriptions have you gotten over the last 47 minutes? Or should I ask, how many have you lost?
I don't know. I'm not checking. I can't do this multitasking.
Okay, you can't do it. You're not that advanced. Okay.
No.
Okay. I thought we were dealing with a professional.
No. Are you kidding? No, not at all. Well, look, guys, we've been on for 47 minutes. I'm sick and tired of Grant.
Hallelujah.
Someone just ask one last question. Ask one last question, then we're going to say goodbye. And look, this was just like I said, like a coffee and cake type thing. It's probably never going to happen again.
What do you mean? I wrote a fully written out script. I've been on my script the whole time. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay, so
by the way, Dan, I do have a new laptop, so maybe that's what's helping with my signal.
Because it's much better, man, like 1,000,000 times better.
Yeah, my laptop is like twice the power that I used to have, so I don't know if that has something to do with it.
What do you have?
It's a ThinkPad.
And like, what does that go for?
Like 800.
That's it?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's secondhand, but it's way better than what I had.
Because I think my computer is going wonky, and it's not old, man. It's just what I'm trying to do when you try to edit, and it takes so much power, this editing.
Yeah.
So I think I have to buy a new Mac, and we're looking at 4Gs, man.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. That's insane.
Because I'm not going to switch. Operating system. I don't want to learn. I've learned enough in my life. It's time to unlearn.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, Tom D asks the last question. What kind of game would you like to see come out that hasn't really been done or done very well?
Well, a lot of people complain about, another World War II game or another
I love
World War I game. I have really recently grown to really enjoy Ancients, the Ancient period. I'd love to see somebody do something that would compete for me with Great Battles of History from GMT. I love that system, but I'd love to see somebody do something different.
Is that a difficult system? Grant, is that a difficult system to learn?
Yeah, it's pretty complex. They do have a simple version of it. It's like a simplified version, but GBOH is pretty involved.
And by the way, that question was directed to me. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Jesus.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know. I enjoy sci-fi, but I love World War II. There's that game Ambush really it's not a perfect game, but if they can make like an RPG type, and I know Nuts Publishing I think has one, if I'm not mistaken, a World War II RPG. But I'd like one without a game master that we can play solo. I don't know. I guess that I like to get involved in my characters. I really like tactical war games. I can't think of a big scope strategic war. I can't think that big. I remember playing Panzer Leader when I was young, and I always thought, man, this unit, there's 15,000 people in this unit, and I would lose it by doing a stupid move, and it would affect me, man. I mean, I gotta write 15,000 John Doe letters. Can you imagine the logistics? So I like tactical. Oh, what's this here? Sci-fi Conflict 47? Hethwell, I don't know that.
Yeah, I'm not. Is that the one that's from Lock and Load?
Conflict? No.
Okay. They had one called, was it called Red Contact? I don't remember.
No, but I do enjoy. I enjoy Space Infantry.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
But again, I want to do side quests. Like I want to go. We're starving, so let's go get some bread somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And when you're going to get some bread, and there's that slimy kraut popping out. Whatever.
You just offended everyone in Germany, period.
Come on. I was going to... No, that's my name. I love Germans. What's the matter with you? We were friends once. Grant, thank you very much.
Yeah.
People, thank you very much for doing this. This was fun. It's different. It's relaxing. I like that. Too bad Grant had to be on. But anyways, Grant, I love you, man. Take care. And give my best to Alexander.
I will.
And thanks, people. Grant, stick around a few seconds, man.
Okay.
And I got to do my outro. Boom and black.